Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about Offset and Quavo. So let me tell y'all what happened, okay?
I'm just letting y'all know what's gonna happen next. Well, we're gonna get a divorce. People are gonna be mad nosy, man.
Just letting y'all know what's going to happen next. Well, we're going to get a divorce. People are going to be mad nosy, mad happy. It was the kind of announcement that could split the internet in half. And that's exactly what it did. Cardi B, fresh off a headline making vacation in Paris and a months-long slow burn of cryptic social posts, came forward with a truth bomb no one saw coming. She's pregnant, and not just pregnant with Stefon Diggs' baby. Yes, that's Stefon Diggs, the New England Patriots wide receiver and the man who until recently Offset tried to play off as irrelevant. But when Cardi posted that now viral photo clutching her stomach, captioned with a not-so-subtle nod to new beginnings, Offset reportedly found out at the same time the rest of the world.
I don't consider that we're back together because the answer of getting back together is not a good night at the club and a night long.
And he did not take it well. What followed has been nothing short of catastrophic. Offset, the Migos rapper known for his cool, unbothered public persona, unraveled in real time. First, it was the not-so-cryptic tweet storm. A string of erratic posts popped up on his X feed within hours of Card's announcement. One reading, "Y'all love fake fairy tales until the credits roll," and another just a skull emoji with a clock. Then came the thinly veiled digs at Diggs, the awkward club appearances, and finally the flat-out meltdown that had fans and insiders alike whispering, Offset wasn't just hurt, he was spiraling. Offset has always had a flair for drama. But what's happening now has gone far beyond a bitter breakup. Sources close to his camp allege that he's become obsessed, not just with Card's relationship, but with ruining whatever momentum she's built since walking away from him. And we're not just talking about subweets or shady live videos. We're talking sabotage. Allegedly, Offset has been actively trying to derail the rollout of Card's new album, Am I the Drama, scheduled for a high-stakes drop this September.
Going through a up stage right now. I don't want nobody talking crazy about my baby father neither because
Insiders say Offset's been sniffing around producers, former engineers, even dancers trying to gain intel. So discord and maybe even get a few tracks accidentally leaked. One former team member from Card's last tour claims Offset tried to rehire a disgruntled choreographer behind Card's back, offering a suspiciously generous retainer in exchange for notes on the upcoming stage visuals. This same source said he's not trying to win her back anymore. He's trying to blow the whole thing up from the inside. Cardi, to her credit, isn't flinching. If anything, she's doubled down. Just days after her baby news hit, she clapped back at the breakup rumors with Stefon by posting a workout video so sensual and coordinated it might as well have been a couple's audition tape for the People Alive list. Mental Reset was the title, but the real message was clear. She's with Diggs. She's glowing and she's not looking back.
I don't know if you guys been getting clues from me from my lives or from my stories when I put some certain music or from my own followings.
Offset, however, seemed stuck in reverse. His recent appearance at a Miami club where he reportedly attempted to one-up Diggs by arriving with none other than Diggs' ex-Ryer of a desperate PR move. Cameras caught him making sure the paparazzi got their shots. His arms slung around model Sky Marlene like he was trying to audition for a revenge sequel. But what Offset didn't account for, Cam Newton of all people chiming in with some locker room level real talk. "Y'all ain't doing nothing but passing scantrons," Newton said, likening Offset and Dig actions to a high school ego game. He even pointed out with brutal clarity, how much is Offset worth? Okay, thank you. Now let's talk money because apparently Offset is word as he's been poking around Stefon Diggs' financials trying to see what skeletons might be rattling in his vault. A former road manager familiar with both camps claims Offset asked a mutual friend to dig up whatever you can, taxes, past contracts, bad investments, anything. No confirmation from either side, of course, but the whispers are loud. And the fact that Diggs just landed a 3-year, $69 million deal with the Patriots, that's not exactly going to calm any insecurities. Offset may have made peace with being replaced as a husband, but being replaced by a richer, younger, and fitter man, that's the kind of thing that keeps petty men up at night, refreshing spreadsheets and stalking training camp posts at 2 a.m. And Card's been feeding that fire intentionally or not. From castle vacations in France to walking Paris Fashion Week with live birds perched on her arm, she's been embodying level up in every possible way. Meanwhile, Offset is throwing fits online, refusing to sign divorce papers unless Cardi splits custody of their 3 kids. A demand that conveniently keeps him tethered to her public narrative.
I don't care to find out because I've been single for a minute now, but I have been afraid to
The emotional stakes here are volcanic. This isn't just about 2 artists navigating a breakup. It's a battle for legacy, for control, for relevance. Cardi's about to drop her first album in 7 years. And Offset knows all too well how much attention that will command if he can't be at the center of her story. He's hell-bent on becoming its villain, and in true Offset fashion, he doesn't seem to care how ugly it gets. Just last week, the pair traded blows on X again, with Cardi demanding he sign the papers today, and Offset retaliating by accusing her of being worried about dudes and clubs instead of music. Arts fans were quick to point out that she's very much in album mode, working between Paris and New York, attending fashion events in couture while shooting behind scenes content for the album rollout. Offset, meanwhile, has yet to release anything musically in 2025, and his name is increasingly showing up not on Spotify, but in Shade Room headlines. Behind the scenes, people close to Cardi say she's already bracing for more disruptions. There are rumors she's added private security to her team. Not because she feels threatened physically, but because she suspects Offset might be trying to intercept business meetings, studio sessions, even press runs. The man once known for his beats is now allegedly trying to beat her to the punch. As if the situation wasn't tense enough, we're now hearing whispers that Offset's camp is gearing up to drop his side of the story. One music blog claims Offset's preparing a solo EP packed with lyrics aimed squarely at Cardi and Diggs. And the word smear campaign has been thrown around more than once. Whether it'll be a full disc project or just a few targeted bars remains to be seen, but the threat is there. And make no mistake, Cardi knows it. Cardi B got her cheek back allegedly. I hope that ain't true. Here's the kicker. Despite all the chaos, Cardi still hasn't confirmed the due date or the name of baby number 3. Some speculate she's holding on to that reveal for maximum impact, maybe even as a final gut punch in the album promo cycle. Others think she's just enjoying keeping Offset in the dark. After all, he found out she was pregnant at the same time as the rest of us. If that's not poetic justice, we don't know what is. Offset's only real leverage now. His willingness to keep the feud burning publicly, turning every private disagreement into public theater. And so far, it's working. Every messy tweet, every deleted post, every veiled insult. It's kept their names on timelines and fueled the drama like kerosene on a candle. But the more Offset lashes out, the more Cardi seems to rise. That castle in France wasn't just for romance. It was a statement, a throne, a warning. And while Offset tries to hijack the narrative with jealousy and misdirection, Stefon Diggs is over there posting gym selfies, closing deals, and casually reminding us that he's not just her rebound, he's her upgrade.
Love them together, like they're both genuinely good people. But you know, in any relationship it's never easy. There's ups and downs, and especially when you have artists like he's on the road, she's working. I hope they work it out. But anything comes into play, especially when somebody's pregnant. It's a lot. It's a lot on a woman. It's another body. So I don't know if that's the reason, if it's something else, but I hope they get a chance and I hope they do work it out if it's meant to be. Like I said, they are both genuinely good people. So.
And just when we thought the drama had peaked, a new layer of chaos began to surface. One that threatened to unravel the entire Cardi and Stefan fairy tale from the inside out. According to an explosive claim circulating in industry circles, the picture-perfect romance that's had fans swooning may not be rooted in love at all. The phrase fake relationship contract has been whispered through DMs back channels and shady late-night live streams. The allegation Cardi and Diggs inked a deal, a timed public relationship designed to dominate the headlines, protect brand partnerships, and strategically distract from her messy divorce. We've seen fake romances in Hollywood before, but this could be the biggest bait and switch since Taylor and Tom. The evidence, though circumstantial, is getting harder to ignore. First, there's the sudden Instagram eraser. Cardi wiped all traces of Diggs from her grid, without warning, only to resurface days later, reposting a couple's workout clip like nothing happened. And then there's the two perfect castle in France captured on story with just enough cinematic flair to feel less like a vacation and more like a set piece. Add in a strategically timed album announcement and a social media spat with her ex conveniently aligning with the Diggs YouTube upload, and we're left wondering, was this a love story or a perfectly choreographed distraction?
The internet always causes unnecessary problems, unnecessary disagreements, unnecessary things, because a lot of the stuff on the internet and on the line isn't true. So I would just say they need to have that conversation, a real conversation. I'm not leaving this room until it's done, and those are the toughest conversations. When your wife wants to have a conversation, those are the toughest things, because you got to put everything on the table. That's the only way something's going to work. Everything has to go on the table for you to possibly be able to move on, and I'm hoping that
Skeptics are now poring over past footage, zooming in on hand placements, comparing facial expressions, and dissecting audio for tension. One eagle-eyed fan even pointed out that in the Paris vlog, Diggs refers to Cardi by her real name, Bilalis. Only once, and never with affection. It feels like a promo tour, said a former assistant to a well-known rapper speaking anonymously. All it's missing is the NDA. If that contract does exist, and that's still a very big if, the real question becomes, what happens when it expires? If the romance was staged, do they part ways quietly, or will there be another surprise scandal to keep the spotlight burning? And just as the internet begins to question the authenticity of Cardi and Stefan's relationship, a new complication has exploded into view, one that could turn this supposed love story into yet another cautionary tale. Over the past week, fans have unearthed old connections and suspicious activity involving Stefan and a mystery woman rumored to be an on-again, off-again presence in his life. Screenshots, DM exchanges, and carefully analyzed likes on his older posts have surfaced, igniting speculation that Cardi might not be the only woman occupying his attention. Even more eyebrow-raising, Stefan's recent streak of cryptic captions, including a now viral Focus post paired with a moody selfie, which many now believe was subtly directed at someone other than Cardi. The timeline only adds fuel to the fire. Reports have tied this alleged other woman to Stefan's past, with some insiders claiming they remained in contact long after Cardi entered the picture. A few fan sleuths pointed out that one of her accounts mysteriously went private shortly after Cardi and Stefan's castle getaway went viral. The timing wasn't lost on anyone. Now rumors are circulating that Stefan may be playing both sides, publicly parading his Card's devoted partner while privately maintaining an emotional tether to a former flame. If true, it could turn the entire narrative on its head and leave Cardi once again entangled in a dynamic that mirrors her past heartbreak.
This is all triggered by Offset posting and deleting on this story saying, "My wife on me, gang. Y'all know how I come."
The day before that, he was saying that.
So the DM.
Yeah. I seen them DM to my wife, "I'ma run into you."
That.
The emotional weight of this twist is already starting to show, with Cardi having just stepped out of a long, painful marriage marred by infidelity and power struggles. The idea that she may have unknowingly walked into a similar trap is devastating. Critics have been quick to pounce, accusing her of chasing appearances instead of substance, and questioning whether the allure of a high-profile romance clouded her judgment. If Stefan's heart was never fully in it, or worse, if he's actively deceiving her, it could leave Cardi more isolated than ever, caught between public admiration and private betrayal. But while Cardi and Diggs play cat and mouse with breakup rumors, Offset is doubling down on his personal brand of chaos. And this time, he's doing it with legal leverage. Reports suggest that Offset has flat-out refused to sign divorce papers unless Cardi agrees to his demands, specifically a full 50-50 custody arrangement for their 3 young children. The message behind the move is loud and clear. If he can't have her, he'll settle for control. And what better leverage than the very children they once posted proudly together on holiday cards?
All I'm saying is, if I felt like my girl was cheating, I'm gonna get it off of these two. If I felt like my girl was cheating and she said these things to dispel my thought, it would not be dispelled.
No,
At all.
It would.
Accused Offset of weaponizing fatherhood using custody as a bargaining chip to delay Card's independence. One comment that gained over 20,000 likes on X read, "This man is holding her hostage with diapers and visitation schedules." Another fan wrote, "Offset's parenting energy is giving performative dad, not protective father." And yet, he remains unmoved, publicly justifying his stance by saying he won't split from his family unless it's split evenly. Cardi, meanwhile, is done playing nice. She's posted repeatedly about her desire to finalize the split, reclaim her time, and move forward with her life. During one particularly heated X-Pax livestream, she told fans she gave Offset attention for one day, only to be followed, photographed, and later blamed for showing up at the same club he coincidentally attended. Her exact words, "You want to take my stuff because I'm moving on? Move on. Why can't you move on?" The exhaustion in her voice wasn't just personal. It was generational. A woman trying to leave while her past tightens its grip. And behind all of this is the creeping rumor that Offset's obsession with Card's new life could push him even further into sabotage. We already know about the album interference. We've seen the shady retweets and liked comments slandering Diggs. But now whispers suggest Offset has reached out to podcast hosts, online commentators, and even fashion influencers. Anyone who might have dirt or be willing to create some of the alleged goal to discredit Cardi before September 19th when her album, Am I the Drama, officially drops. According to a source familiar with the Atlantic Records promotional pipeline, someone has been anonymously submitting tips to blogs suggesting Cardi plagiarized 2 tracks. No proof has been offered and no lawsuits filed, but the timing is suspicious.
I do think it's timely.
But the other report was that this is not the first time that they've broken up, that they've been living separately.
See, that's some girly We don't know where that comes from or how substantial that is. That's just somebody saying that to
How
get some
substantial is that? What Parks just said.
Jealousy. It's starting to look like fear. Fear of being replaced, irrelevant, outearned. Fear that Card's next chapter won't just exclude him, it'll erase him entirely. He was once the king to her queen. Now he's not even a footnote in the royal castle saga. And the more he lashes out, the more Cardi seems to cement herself as untouchable. Paparazzi don't catch her slumped in cars or ranting into phones. They catch her draped in couture, hair slicked like a Bond villain, eyes colder than Paris stone. And yet, the narrative isn't clean. If Offset truly wanted to blow up Card's career, why hasn't he gone nuclear already? Some think he's holding back because he still wants reconciliation, that every mess he makes is just another misguided play to get her attention. Others believe it's about image management. He wants to break her down without looking like the villain. But with so many of his attacks playing out in public, that ship may have already sailed.
It's like, what are we? Okay, I see what you're trying to do. At least you competing. But y'all just switching girlfriends. It's like, what is this?
What are we doing?
So I get it. Do I approve of it? Part of me is like, yeah, because I see what Offset is trying to do. He's like, yo, I gotta fight.
And let's not forget Diggs. While he's kept mostly quiet through this circus, the question of how long he'll keep playing Card's Instagram boyfriend remains. If there's a real connection, maybe they'll weather this storm. But if the fake romance rumors are true, Diggs might already be prepping his exit strategy. After all, a man with $69 million, a Super Bowl campaign on the horizon, and endorsement deals rolling in, doesn't need to get dragged into courtroom drama, album politics, or Offset's digital chessboard. So where does this all end? Does Cardi finally break free and emerge as the queen of reinvention, carrying her baby in one hand and a platinum plaque in the other? Does Offset burn what's left of the bridge just to feel powerful one last time? And does Diggs quietly retreat into the off-season? Or does he double down and fight for his role in this ever-twisting saga? We were preparing for the show. I'm like, who could all said,
Preparing for the show, I'm like, who could Offset potentially do to get back? And I seen this one.
Mm-hmm.
But she's married.
Who? This one?
The person that he got to bounce back with to equal out the play.
Who you got?
Nicki Minaj.
Oh, you said that. You said Nicki Minaj.
That's the only one he can.
The next move could come from any direction, and knowing this trio, it won't be quiet. Offset's pride, Card's persistence, and Diggs' patience are on a collision course. And when they finally meet, it's not just love or music on the line. It's legacy. But now we want to hear from you. Is this all just one massive smoke show for clout? Is Cardi truly in love or just playing the industry's most seductive long game? Drop your wildest theory in the comments and let us know what you think Offset's next move will be. Until next time, stay